thank you for joining me for another video. So today I'm going to do a flip through of a birthday album. This is my birthday album from 2018, and I'm sure this is the first time I used a 6x8 vinyl album like these vinyl albums from Simple Stories, I believe they are. Yeah, probably one of my favourite albums, you know, to use. Really like them. And this one, it's not too chunky, so you know, it's not overflowing, like it's not overfilled. It's yeah, it's really nice size. But the reason for that is April 2018 Peak District, so it's sort of a birthday stroke holiday album, because I only think, pretty sure I only cover my actual birthday in here and a little holiday that we took at the time. So it's not a full month, it's not 30 days of April. So yeah, it's just a small snapshot of the month, including my actual birthday. But the one for the following year, I'll show you. I've got it here, 2019, and look at that, how chunky that is. Very chunky. I'll try and show you, well, we'll show you that in another video, but today we're doing April 2018. So I've got Project Life type cards here, or cut down, you know, from 12 by 12, I'm not sure. And I've got the cover page here. So this is just some stripy paper that I've cut down to 4 by 6. I've got these two, like I say, these two 3 by 4 cards that I may have cut down from a larger sheet. Yellow glitter foam alpha here, one of my favourites. I've punched a star out of pattern paper, a little sequin there. I've got a flare piece for the month, some little, I always call school type stickers there, and then some Tim Holtz phrases at the bottom here. So good things are going to happen. A party without cake is just a meeting. That's the cover page, and then we'll go on to the inside. We've got the 14th. Oh, okay, so I've included a birthday outing with my friends, and that was on the 14th and 15th of April, so we stayed overnight in Southampton. Yeah, so I've got this kind of travel themed 3 by 4 card here, which looks as though it's got perforations on the top, so it may have come from like tore it out of a little packet of those or something, I'm not sure. So that says London Transit and country buses, now non-transferable. So yeah, I've used that because that's travel themed. And I've got one of these 3 by 4 happy birthday cards here, and I've stamped the date. And I've just said in red pen, this would be like a red, it would have been one of these Signo pens, I think, in red, because I do like those. It looks like that type of writing. It could have been a jelly roll. My birthday celebration started early as I met Lynn and Claire for a girls' weekend in Southampton. We went to see Titanic the musical at the Mayflower, a great show and of course thought-provoking. We stayed overnight, I did a little shopping, and it was great to spend time together. So this is me in our classic car. So I think my husband was probably maybe driving me to the ferry, I'm not sure about that, or maybe that's just a birthday month photo, I don't know. Yeah, that's that one. And then I've got the flyer for the theatre show here, Mayflower. I've got both sides of that in a 6x8 page protector here. Yeah, lovely show. And I've got a little bit of family history. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before actually on this channel. My first cousin twice removed was Harold Cotton. He was the wireless operator on the Titanic, the Carpathia, and he was instrumental in alerting the captain to the peril of the Titanic, and therefore in saving many lives. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before. So that's why I said thought-provoking, and you know, and also there is a familial connection there. So this is one of those page protectors that's got 4 3 by 4 portraits. Again, this looks like a proper Project Life type card. This one, I'm not sure if it is or whether I've cut it down. It's the same all through the album. So this is the 19th of April, and this is our anniversary. This is me in the garden here, my husband here, and I've said here, quite a hot day for our anniversary. We went to Martin's Wood for a nice walk with Elvis and Buddy, a nice lunch at the Fighting Cocks pub. I think it was possibly the hottest April day in 70 years. Oh, that was 2018, wasn't it? Yeah, because we had Buddy. That was the first year we'd sort of had Buddy, and and he was a little bit poorly, and Elvis was getting a little bit older. This was before we got Chester. And yeah, that summer was, I just remember that summer being awful. It's just so hot, and this is only April, but I remember that summer being really hot and really difficult with an elderly dog and a poorly dog as well. So 2 heart-shaped buttons here that I've added to that page, and then the journaling again in the gel pen. And this is the reverse side of that. So I've got a nice photo of Buddy here on the outside seat in the garden. This is the life card. My husband kept busy in the garden, and me and the boys just tried to keep cool. So this was on the same day, the 19th. A little card here, and then a photo of Buddy, and that's my drink there in the garden. My husband mowing the lawn, me sitting on the bench seat, the hammock seat or swing seat, whatever you want to call it, with the doggies. I love that throw. I still use that on the hammock today, even today. Another photo of the boys in the garden here. It's 4x6 photos. And then the photo of the sweeties there that I obviously got for my birthday, I would imagine. And then we've got 2 3x4 portraits here. Again, birthday themed. I must have had a packet or some themed pattern paper that was all to do with birthdays, and that's what I'm using here, and it's glittered as well. My husband made me eggs for my breakfast, and I opened my prezzies outside. So there's a little bit of a tradition of my husband always making me boiled eggs on my birthday. And then some presents here, washi tape, a little embellishment piece here, a birthday gift, some little enamel dot type pieces there, or pearl dots here for embellishment. Not too much extra embellishment. I've got 2 3x4s on, a 4x6 here, and I've stuck them on slightly offset with the glittered gold washi tape. And like I say, the pearl dots, which kind of match my vintage egg cup holders here. Then I've got this card that says Lucky, and this was a long time before I was a volunteer at the Donkey Sanctuary. I was adopting Elvis at this point though, Elvis the donkey. This is me with my handbag that I got for my birthday, and then this is me opening a present with Elvis there next to me fast asleep. More 3x4 cards here. This is a photo of me with my strawberry pavlova. Looks like I'm suffering from the hay fever there. Just saying that we went over to Godzilla, we had a walk in the park. It was just too hot for anything else. We got my pavlova, which is a birthday tradition, and you've heard a lot about that on my channel. Strawberry ribbon, patterned ribbon here. 2 Tim Holtz word stickers, a strawberry paper clip there. This is a stamp that I've got, and it says, "You don't look a day over gorgeous." And then, yeah, on to the next page. So then the next page is again the 4 3x4s, Project Life cards. These probably are Project Life cards because they've got the rounded corners, but I must admit I'm not sure. I've got a little fish sticker here and a chip basket, fish and chip basket puffy. They're both puffies. I've got the date on there as well. So we moved on to my birthday, didn't we? Which was here. Yeah, because that was the day before, and then we moved on to my actual birthday. I don't think I said that earlier. There's no kind of real definition of that, is there? But yeah, it does say on your birthday, and today is a gift. So I guess this is the start of my actual birthday. Project Life cards. We picked up fish and chips on the way home. My hay fever was bad. Oh yeah, I was right in that. So an early night, a special day of celebration. Yeah, I remember I went to bed really early that day. My brother rang and I'd already gone to bed because yeah, I had the bad hay fever. So yeah, definitely got hay fever face there. We have fish and chips, of course. Some just cut down pattern papers here. 6x8, full size 6x8 here with travel themed pattern paper, and then these little this banner, chipboard banner piece that says travel, chipboard globe. I've got a doily here, some more word stickers, and a tag here that says always take the scenic route. So this is because we were going away. So when did we go away? 21st. So I was at home for my birthday, and then we travelled on the 21st. Yeah, so this is kind of like I said already, it's a birthday travel themed album, and only covers that period of time. So this is the reverse side of that pattern paper. I've got a 2x2 piece here, 4x4 piece here, and a doily. Very simple embellishing. And then I've got pattern paper, stripy pattern paper with this road trip piece over the top, which is a cut down 3x4, I think. I've got a coaster here that I would have purchased on the holiday because we went to Derbyshire, the Peak District. And I've got this coaster that I've added to the album. So my parents live in Derbyshire, but they kind of live in South Derbyshire. So we just, I don't know why, we just fancied a holiday like in the Peak District, because we go to Derbyshire quite a lot to see my parents. But it's quite a long drive to get to the north of the county. And we just fancied kind of staying somewhere that was there and having a little break, you know, and my parents joined us as well. So it's quite good fun. So yeah, we were sort of in the Peak District. 4x6 here, and I've just written holiday time. We've got a Union Jack, Union flag button there. I've added the dates, 21st to 28, and these are layered, glittered, puffy stickers. They may have been from K&Co. And I've just put on here my husband, myself, and the 2 dogs' names. Got a compass and all sorts on the stickers there, and it says this week here. And these are Simple Stories page protectors, so I think it is a Simple Stories album. And then this is just packing at home before we went away, and this is Buddy, and that's, I don't know if you can see that. Got Buddy right on the bed with the suitcase, and then Elvis is right there. Look at the top of the stairs. That's probably, might be my bag he's lying next to, I don't know. So yeah, memories, nice memories. 3x4 landscape picture here of the one that I've just shown you with the pattern paper showing the suitcases, and then 2x2 pack your bags piece, and then a 4x4 enjoy the journey on top of the same pattern paper as this one. So I obviously cut that down. It may have been a 6x8, added a doily, and wrote Buddy helping with the packing, Elvis is just chilling. And then that's obviously getting ready to go away, and we're already here on this side. So more travel themed cards here, all cut down pattern paper. My husband with the dogs in the village where we were staying, and again waiting to go into the pub. So Spring Cottage, Kirk Ireton, a long journey. Oh, I think we drove from home all the way there. We didn't actually call in at my parents on the way. We went straight to the holiday cottage. So yeah, that would have been quite a long journey. And then I've just saying here that Buddy did not settle on the ferry, but Buddy and Elvis both slept in the car, and we went to the local pub for a drink and then back to eat our chilli, which I'd taken with us. There was no food served at the pub. I was trying to take something with us for like our first meal, just in case, you know. And it was, I'll probably mention the pub more in the album, but it was quite a strange pub. I've put a landscape photo here from the view of where we were staying. I don't think I will do that today. I don't think I'd put a landscape photo in a portrait pocket, but that's fine. But I wouldn't do it today, and I've done it here as well, haven't I? So this is, again, we're in the village, and I've got this explore card here. This one that says snapshots. Very nice walk to the local pub, the Barley Mow. Dad knew that they sold beer in a jug. So when we told Dad where we were staying, he's like, oh, I know that pub. They serve beer in a jug. And we were like, oh my gosh, you know, from like years ago or whatever, because my dad's Derbyshire born and bred, has lived there all his life, and he knows all the places. He used to deliver milk around the county. And when we got there, they were still doing it. They were still serving beer by the jug, just from this like little, what do you call it, like a hatch. They had like a hatch, and they were just like serving the beer from a jug. They didn't serve food at all. It was just a pub that literally just served beer. And when we got, I don't know, I'll have to go through and see what I said, but we went in there one night and it was packed. It wasn't that big, but it was really packed with people kind of just like playing games, or, you know, little groups of social groups of people, and it was just in this little village you would not have even known. It's definitely not like the sort of place that tourists would go to. But yeah, it was quite a little bit of a strange pub though. So here we are, this is the 22nd, this must have been the next day, of course. Elvis and Buddy looking out the window of the little cottage where we were staying, and this was alongside the cottage where we were staying. It was sort of a farm where we were staying. People who owned it were sort of, the house was right next door to the little converted barn that we were staying in. This is my Elvis, looking lovely there, with his little monitor on his collar. At that time he had a little monitor on his collar because he'd had some ill health. He was almost 12 here, and Chester's already 12 now. Our dog Chester, who we have now, is already 12, and Elvis was almost 12 here. We walked to the village shop for supplies. Mum and Dad arrived for the day. I took some snapshots around the holiday cottage. And then again, we've got the 3x4s. It's funny because the other day when we went to my parents for a few days recently, just last week, and we went to this place here, Carsington Water. And I always say when we go there, I remembered sitting out there having ice cream when it was really cold, and this was the time that we went. And also we drive past the sign for that little village where we stayed in our holiday cottage as well. So yeah, 3x4 card here. And this is the 22nd. We went over to Carsington Water for a very short walk. It turned cold and started to rain. Very busy, and Buddy was a bit crazy. Nothing's changed there. We had ice cream and then I felt cold. We went to the Knocker Down for our first meal of the week. Bud and Elvis were settled. Funnily enough, we went to Carsington Water and to the Knocker Down when we were in Derbyshire last week, which was very nice indeed. So me with my ice cream, my husband with Buddy and little Elvis there. And then this is over at Carsington Water. So I've just looked as I've got a full sheet here of green textured cardstock. I've added a postcard from Carsington Water, the photo that Mum and I took with the frame. And when we were there last week, we were talking about this because the frame's not there anymore. And I've got this kind of Polaroid type photo here, layered glittered sticker. And it's K&Co, I think. And then I've punched out my own tag here and I added a glitter dome and a word sticker. Mum and I managed to get a quick photo in the frame with Elvis and Buddy before the rain came down. I must admit I'd forgotten about the rain. I remembered it being cold. This is the reverse side of that green textured cardstock. I've got a tag here with a wood piece, a wood tab that says exploring. I've got some little square enamel squares here in each corner. I'm filling my corners there. Doily and a 4x4 card. These are just some photos that I took around the holiday cottage, and it's funny because I've not mounted them onto anything. I've just put the photos straight into the pockets. I do that sometimes, but I prefer to mount them. I think the reason I do that is kind of a bit laziness, really. But I actually would prefer to see those mounted onto a card that fit in the pocket properly. But I'm not going to change that now. This is Mum. I think she was reading the guest book. My husband with Buddy, Mum with Buddy, and Elvis with his toy there. And then we went on a walk. So these were photos from the walk that we went on. This was on the 24th. So this was the 20th. Oh, I didn't say what I wrote, did I? Mum came over and went to Middleton Top. We had a nice walk, but got a little lost. We had lunch at the Knocker Down and relaxed in the afternoon. So we went back to the Knocker Down pub, which is still one of my favourite pubs in Derbyshire to go to. That was the 23rd and the 24th. Mum didn't join us today. We went to Matlock Antiques. I had the dogs and Shafka went in. It started to rain and didn't stop. We had lunch at the Devonshire Arms, Hartington, and then home back to the cottage. So yeah, Hartington, it's really famous village in Derbyshire, famous for its cheese. So yeah, we had a lunch there, and that's my husband at the pub, and this is a postcard from that village. Very old image, of course. And then the next day was the 25th. I've got more travel themed cards here and another postcard from Derbyshire. This is about the plague at Iam village. Mum came over, we went to Iam. I've been wanting to go to the Plague Museum since we went to Iam before and it was closed. It rained a lot. Mum stayed in the car with the doggies so we could go into the museum. An amazing and humbling part of Derbyshire history, which is actually quite, in light of the recent pandemic, this story sort of came to the forefront of our mind, really. It's the way that the villagers of Iam in the 1600s isolated themselves when the plague hit the village. So yeah, it's if you ever want to look that up, and it's quite an interesting story. Yeah, the people of Iam put themselves into self-isolation when the plague hit to save lives. So this is another travel themed card, and then a 2x2 one with a Project Life card with arrows on it. Lovely colourful ones there. I like that a lot. And this is a photo of me in the museum with the plague doctor. And then I have actually stuck, I was just going to say I've stuck them onto the back, but I haven't even stuck the photo onto the back of that card, which I would normally do. I haven't done that, but that's fine. And then just some more filler cards here with sort of inspirational quotes on them. Let nothing dim the light that shines from within. Maya Angelou. And then don't put off your happy life, live it now. And this is a photo of us, I think, in the village outside the shop. There was a it might have been in Iam, I'm not sure, I have to say. I seem to remember that was outside the village shop, so I can see the door there as well. This is where we were staying. So then I've kept this lovely brochure for the plague village, for Iam Plague, telling you the story of that, and a map of the village as well I've kept in here, which is really chunky. And even though that's very chunky in this album is still not that chunky overall, if you know what I mean. So I was obviously very restrained at this time when I was doing my scrapbooking. I've got 2 3x4s here, so a lovely Project Life type card here. I've got these lovely domes, pearl dome pieces, or enamel dots as we call them. Photo of me in the garden of where we were staying with the doggies and the rainbow there. And I've said it rained a lot on our holiday, but we did get to see a double rainbow, which we did. I'm not sure if that double rainbow is in that photo, but we did see a double rainbow one day. There, this is the pub that I was talking about. Again, the pub. It was only open at certain times as well. And this is a postcard of that pub, illustrated image of the pub. And this is Dad in the pub, husband in the pub, me in the pub, Mum in the pub. And they've got their beers there that probably came out of that jug. Their tankards there. And then, I didn't mention, did I not mention? I didn't mention the pub, did I? Maybe I mentioned it further on. I'm sure I've got to say something about them being a bit grumpy. So 3x4s again here. Then this is the 26th. So that was the 25th. And just saying, we went to Castleton to see Mam Tor, which is a very well-known mountain. It's here, you can see it. This is where people climb. We called up Blue John and I got a ring. So Blue John is only found in the caves of Castleton, this village in Derbyshire. It's not found anywhere else in the world. And I've never had a piece before, so I got a ring. And when I went there not too long ago, earlier this year, I got a bracelet. We had lunch in Castleton and I had a lovely strawberry milkshake. We'll def go back there. It would be nice to walk up Mam Tor at some point. So we can't walk up Mam Tor because Elvis wouldn't have been able to walk up there. He was too old, and Buddy was not a well dog at the time. He was we were still trying to get him well. So yeah, if we were to do that, we'd have to do it without the doggies, which we don't really want to do. So I had that milkshake. Oh, and I was dreaming about that milkshake for years and years and years. And then we went back there earlier this year, went to the same place, got a milkshake, and it was not nice. And it came in a plastic cup. And this one was in a lovely glass kind of jar type piece. You know, it had a handle, but it was like a jam jar or mason jar. Very nice. And yeah, I went back. I was so disappointed. It was just awful. And it was the same cafe. It hadn't changed. I don't know if the owners had changed, but it was the same name and everything. Very disappointing. So yeah, I wish I'd kept the memory of that, retained the memory of that lovely milkshake. So this is a postcard that I've cut in two just to pop into that bit there of that village. This is my family and myself outside the in front of Mam Tor, the mountain, the shivering mountain as it's called. And again, just photos in the pockets, nothing to back them. 4x6 piece here. Family photo shoot of the amazing Mam Tor towering above us in the background. Such a stunning location and a real part of my heritage. It was fun trying to keep the boys still for photos. So yeah, still the same now with Buddy and Chester. So this is the Blue John, where the Blue John is found in the cavern. We didn't actually go down there, but I have been down there many years ago. Well, as a child and also as an adult. And I have got a photo somewhere of me down there. I'll dig that out. Photo of Mum and I outside there, where the signage is, and then this 4x6 card with just cameras in. And I'm looking at them now and I'm really itching to do something with those lenses, like put some kind of glitter dome in there, you know, matching colours or something, but I won't go back and do that. And then we're back here again, this is the same day back at the cottage where we were staying. And Mum and I dropped my dad and my husband off at the pub, and we went to get some fish and chips from a nearby village. They didn't have gluten-free at the time. We have since been back to that village several times, including last week, and there is a pub. Apparently there is somewhere now that does do gluten-free fish and chips, but at that time they didn't. And I've said the folks running the pub are odd. They don't seem to like customers. I knew I'd mentioned it somewhere. I didn't think I'd go through the whole album and not mention that. They were just like a bit kind of like really grumpy. And it's really weird because the pub was completely packed. And it was a bit sort of like, if you're British, you'll know Fawlty Towers, kind of a bit like that. When we go anywhere with the dogs, we always take like a blanket or a towel to put down on the floor to like for them to lie on. And we think kind of like we're doing the right thing by protecting the floor, you know. But it's kind of like, I think they thought we were like making ourselves at home, that kind of thing. And they were just, I don't know, I can't remember what the lady said now, but she was a bit grumpy. So yeah, it was quite amusing though, because we were all sort of giggling about it. And this is in the cottage where we were staying, my parents and my husband eating their fish and chips, and I didn't get any because they didn't do them. Never mind, I'll get over it. And then we've got this photo of the boys looking a bit damp. This is on the 27th. Rain again, more rain. So we went over to Pets at Home, and then we went to Ashbourne Antique Centre, and I stayed with the dogs. And then we went to the Knockerdown again for lunch. Love that pub. Changed hands, new owners, still amazing. In fact, it's even better now. It's owned by a local estate, and they've made a lot of improvements, and it's really good. And the gluten-free is really good still. So I think this was at the time when Buddy was not, we were still trying to sort of figure out his health issues, and I think this day he'd been a little bit poorly, so I sort of stayed in the car with him. I mean, he was fine and everything. He wasn't like very poorly, but we were still kind of managing his condition, trying to figure out how to help him with that. So yeah, that day I think I just stayed in the car with them, and I think, I'm not sure. Yeah, Mum and Dad went back home. That was our last day. So yeah. Oh, they went home in the evening actually. So they did come with us over to Ashbourne. I remember that now. And then just a couple of photos of the doggies. And then this card here that says it's got the ampersand and the 28th. And I like using these ampersand type cards. I know some people find it difficult to use ampersands, but I always think of them as like a together thing. So, you know, the two doggies together, that sort of thing. And I was just noticing there's some marks on that, but I'm not sure, can't get them off. I don't know whether they were, that I got paint or something on them, or whether that was part of the print. And then the final page, I've just added some filler cards with suitcases. I love travel and there's no place like home, because we were going home. And then that's the end of that album. So yeah, just noticed it says snag free there. Never noticed that before. What does that mean? Snag free on here, maybe on the closures. Because yeah, it must do, because what else would it mean? I've never noticed that before. I wonder if it's on the other one. Because I quite often wrap washi tape around these when I finished an album, because they sort of don't always close properly when they've been opened a few times. But yeah, that's true. They're not snagging, so maybe that's what it means. Okay, so that's my 2018 birthday album. Not birthday month album, just birthday album. And our little holiday in the Peak District for my birthday, and with my parents and with Elvis and little Buddy. So once again, thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed that little flip through. When I get a chance, I'll flip through that other one, the more chunky album for you, which is the following year, and I'm pretty sure that is an entire birthday month album, and that's probably maybe the first time I did that. I'm not sure, because the ones I've shown you before, I don't think they would have been full birthday months, like 30 days of my birthday. I think they were just like highlights again previously. I think that was probably the 2019, I'm pretty sure, is the first time I did a proper sort of daily birthday album, a bit like December Daily. So yeah, like I say, thanks for joining me. Stay safe, take care, and I shall see you next time.